Squarespace, the great company that helps you make the best website you've ever had. Now, you can get started with a free trial at squarespace.com with no credit card required. Squarespace recently launched their latest version, Squarespace 7, which has a completely redesigned interface, new templates, and an incredible new feature called Cover Pages. Making a website has never been easier. And when you're ready to purchase a plan, get 10% off with the offer code RU. That's squarespace.com, offer code RU. Hey, kitty girl.
Hey, kitty boy.
This is RuPaul. What's the tea with Michelle Visage?
That's me.
Yes, mama. Are you feeling it?
I'm feeling it. I'm always feeling it. And the love that we get for this podcast keeps us going. And I get to see it. I'm traveling everywhere. I'm out there shaking babies, kissing hands. And the love for it is really unbelievable.
Well, it's interesting you say that because it's such a personal thing, especially when you're in someone's headphones.
In their ear holes.
In their ear holes, inside of them.
Okay.
And it's especially they're on the treadmill or they're driving. It's more of a personal experience.
Yeah. We're touching them.
Oh, dear.
Personally.
Show me on the doll where we're touching them.
Oh, no. Flashback.
No, but I love that. I love that it's such an intimate, personal thing. It's like cooking, you know?
Yeah.
You know what? I cheated and had a patty melt at, a restaurant. I won't say who.
How is that cheating?
Well, because I shouldn't be having bread, especially bread that's been drenched in butter and cheese. And then I had, of course, the combo with French fries and a chocolate shake also. But,
do you dip your French fries in your shake?
No, I do not. I will not do that. I will though.
Why will you not do that?
Because it's gross and I will.
It's not gross.
I will put, I will order a little side of blue cheese dressing and dip my French fries in there.
Ooh, now you're talking.
Yeah. But, food is gross to me. Food is gross. I don't like.
What do you mean gross?
No, this is it. Watching people on television or watching people in movies, I cannot watch them eat.
Really?
I cannot watch people eat in movies or if somebody has some type of thing with food, like whether it's food with sex.
No, food and sex, like that scene in 9.5 Weeks does nothing.
Gross
I agree.
to me. And I
see bacteria.
Yeah. Food to me has to be eaten at a table with plates and things of that nature and, properly. I can't see it.
What?
Well, you'd see people in New York walking down the street eating a slice.
Like on a plate and just carry it with them?
Or they'll get on the subway and they've got Chinese food and the whole, train smells like Mugu Gai Pan.
Not a bad thing. Could smell a lot worse.
It could smell a lot worse.
New York City, baby.
That's true. But, I just don't like food outside of, and I don't like, French fries in a chocolate shake.
I don't mean in it. I mean, you just dunk it in it.
Yeah.
You'll dunk it in blue cheese. It's the same thing.
You're right. It is all the same thing. It all ends up the same way. It's just in my mind. Like as a kid, if I had scrambled eggs and had, jelly on toast, that jelly cannot go anywhere near those scrambled eggs.
I know your type. I know exactly what that is. All your food had to be separated on the plate. You can't touch.
No.
There had to be boundaries.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I can mush it all together. It all goes to the same place. As a matter of fact, I like mushing things together.
You do?
When I ate McDonald's back in the day, because it's been a minute, I would put French fries on my number 9. My number 9 is the filet of fish. So in New Jersey, it was a number 9. You open up the sandwich, it's got the tartar sauce in it and the cheese, and you take the McDonald's French fries, take some ketchup, you put them on the sandwich, and you eat it all at once.
See, you had me up until putting the ketchup on there.
Why? Ketchup?
Because
French fries.
I don't want to mix my ketchup with my tartar sauce.
Oh, it's a friggin' party in my mouth.
Yeah, it's just too many flavors. They have this over at Cowboy Hall of Fame at New York.
Did you eat the Frito pie there?
No, I've had it before, but I get the chopped salad, and this is over at 10th Street and Hudson in the West Village. They have this chopped salad that is to die.
Right.
It's to die. But they have one too many ingredients. So
what do you take out?
I take out the apples. It's a chopped salad that has.
I don't do apples in my salad anyway.
Bacon,
blue cheese,
chicken. They have walnuts. There's some type of gorgeous pink
cranberry.
It's a pink dressing. I don't know what it is.
Maybe
but
it's like a raspberry vinaigrette.
It's a raspberry vinaigrette.
Raspberry vinaigrette.
Wait, what did you just call me?
A raspberry vinaigrette.
Okay. And it is delicious, but it's one too many items for me. I have to take the apples out.
I agree. Good choice.
Yeah. My computer says, you know what? I can't do all of these flavors at once.
And again, before veganism, my favorite salad in the world is at Panera. It's the Fuji apple chicken salad.
Fuji apple
chicken salad. And I would take off, take off those crispy apple slices, like they're like apple chips.
Yeah.
Take them off. And then get the baguette. Baguette, Fuji apple chicken salad, no apple slices, no tomatoes.
Yeah.
Veggie sandwich, baguette. Sandwich and a baguette.
Yeah.
Couldn't get enough gluten.
Food is, yeah, right. Food is a weird thing. It's a personal thing. And that's why, I am really, happy that so many people have accepted our podcast. And this is where this is all coming from, is that it's such a personal thing. It's an intimate thing. And, the fact that so many people love this, it just thrills me to no end.
And we don't give you too much for one bite.
No.
You don't need to take off the apples.
No.
Because we're giving you everything you need.
I got these apple bottom jeans.
Oh, yeah. I saw your boots with the fur.
But we also get letters from the children. And when we come back from this short break, we're going to read a letter from one of our listeners. And I think we're going to try to reenact it, aren't we?
We're just warning you now.
This is going to be interesting.
Be prepared.
I love those reenactments, like on Snapped.
All of them.
And
America's Most Wanted.
Yes, and what's that one with Sex Brought Me to the ER?
Yes, and America's Worst Tenants.
Is that one?
Yes, anything. It used to be Lola's favorite TV show.
America's Worst Tenants.
And I said, Lola, this is all fake. And she got so pissed off at me that she wouldn't even talk to me.
Oh, my.
And then I tweeted that. And the guy that owned the show, that was the main guy, like the bounty hunter or whatever, he's like, it was all reenacted, but I can tell you that all the stories were true. And I was like, yes.
Oh.
She was so excited that he tweeted at her. She forgave me.
Are you saying that I didn't know I was pregnant it's also not true?
No, I think that's true. I'm going to buy that one. I love a reenactment of a didn't know I was pregnant.
Oh.
I love it.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Talk about Emmy nominated right there.
Yeah, right there. At least a Cable Ace Award.
Hello. An Obie.
So when we come back, we will be reading a letter and then reenacting it. I mean, it's a little bit more to it than that, but we'll
get the Cable Face Award. Yeah. That's what we'll get. That's what we deserve, actually.
Or a Grabby, or
a handy
award, or something. What's that thing for hustlers? It's called the Hookie.
The Hookie
Award.
All right.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll be right back.
Okay.
Now, Casper is an online retailer of premium mattresses for a fraction of the price. The mattress industry has forced consumers into paying notoriously high markups. Casper is not a fan of that business model, and neither am I. I've bought a lot of mattresses in my life, and it's got to be easy. It's got to be what I want because I spend so much time sleeping. We all do. Now, Casper is revolutionizing the mattress industry by cutting the cost and basically cutting out the middleman and passing the savings on to you. I like the sound of that. Now, Casper mattresses are so great. They have this new hybrid mattress that combines premium latex foam with memory foam. They also have a risk-free trial and return policy. So try sleeping on a Casper for 100 days with free delivery. If it doesn't work out for you, the return is painless. You also get $50 toward any mattress purchase by visiting Casper.com/Ru. Honey, what are you waiting for? Go to Casper.com/RU and get started today. All right, we are back. And as you said before, we get lots of letters from our listeners, and we love them. Keep them coming. You should send them to RuPaulPodcast@gmail.com. I did not say RuPaul's.
No S.
No S. I did not say Ruth Paul's. I did not say RuPaul's.
Leave the S off for sissy.
Yes. For sissy that wow. It's RuPaulPodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
Yes. So, send us what you're thinking. Send us some letters, or if you have an issue that you'd like us to address, like, this one here.
Yes. So this one is not signed, but he says,
I think that's a sign.
What, that he doesn't sign it?
Yeah, I think that's a sign.
He saw the sign.
Is that a warning sign?
Exactly. He says, I'm a gay boy in college. I'm out. I'm proud. Well, most of the time. Here's the tea. Oh, good language. Here's the tea. When I was in high school, I decided to come out to my parents, and as expected, it didn't go as I hoped for, which we hear all the time.
Yes.
I mean, let's be honest. You hope for one thing, and ideally, that's what you want to happen, but it doesn't always. They completely lost it for about a day or so.
His parents did.
His parents lost it for about a day or so. But then, as predicted by me, they did brushed it off to just another teenage phase thing, as a lot of parents do, and they want to believe that it is just a phase. They continued believing that I was straight, and he said, I don't hide who I am ever, but it's pretty awkward whenever I talk to my mom or they come to visit, with the, do you have a girlfriend, or how are things with the ladies? How are things going with the ladies? You're the ladies man. You've always been a ladies man. Do you have any advice on what I should say? Despite what they do. I mean,
right, because they keep bringing that up. They just don't accept that he's a ladies' man, but a different kind of a ladies' man.
A lady boy.
Yes.
Well, I mean, there's a few different ways that this could go.
Right.
And are we going to reenact them?
Well, sure. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, so that's what we'll do.
We'll do that story.
Rather than answer what he should do, because I think everybody knows what he should do.
Right. Well, we know what he should do, but
yes,
but not everybody's able to do.
No, not everybody's able. So our reenactment, it's be like a Rashomon. Like those Japanese Rashomon stories. What they do is they give 3 different endings to the exact same scenario.
And who chooses the winner?
Well, the audience decides which is the more plausible story.
Okay.
Something happens, and then they go, the screen fogs over and it blurs, like boom, 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 and then it goes into flashback mode.
Okay.
And then, and she says, and then one goes, well, this is what happened. And then, the blurry screen, and then the next time it says, oh no, this is what had happened. So they do that 3 times, and that's called. It's
like my ending on the Whodunit Absolute Vodka commercials.
Right? That's exactly right.
Okay, I got it.
Right.
I got it now.
That's what we're doing. So I don't know. I know that we'll have at least 2 different.
I have 2.
You do have 2 scenarios.
I don't know what the third one would be.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
We could come up with one, maybe. Or at least come up with 2.
All right. So I'm going to get into care. Who am I going to play?
You're going to be the mother. Or do you want to be the boy and I'll be the mother?
I don't know. It's up to you. I feel like maybe I want to be the boy first. Or
okay.
He's not a boy. He's a young man.
He's a man.
Yeah. I'm going to be the young man first. Okay. So
I'll be the mother.
You're going to be the mother.
Okay.
And here we go. I'm going to get into character real quick. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And here we go. Hey, Ma. How you doing? Hey, Ma.
How are you, sweetheart?
So, hey, listen, I wanted to talk to you about a little something.
Always. You can always talk to me.
I wanted to talk to you because there's something that's been bothering me.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Something at school? What?
No, nothing.
Something at work?
School. I don't go to school anymore.
Oh,
but
problem with your girlfriend? What's so funny, son?
No, I'm breaking character. I'm sorry. No, it's not a problem with my girlfriend, because I don't have a girlfriend. And that's part of what I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
Well, you see, anytime I come to visit, you guys, both you and Dad, and there's Dad right there. Hey, Dad. Hi, Dad. Hi.
It's not very talkative.
No, it's not very talkative. Every time I come over here, you guys are like, well, how are the ladies?
Well, yeah, we want to know.
How's the dating scene?
Right.
And
I want grandchildren.
I know you do, but remember that time I told you not too long ago that, I'm gay. I'm gay and there's not going to be any ladies in my life. It's just not going to happen.
Son,
I like the men's and I want to be with a man's man. And that's what it is. And it sort of hurts my heart whenever you guys are acting like, that you're not really hearing me. That's the real issue here, is that I feel like you guys aren't hearing me and that you have an agenda for me that has nothing to do with who I am.
Right. Well, I hear what you're saying. I do hear you.
Do you?
I do hear what you're saying. I'm just not sure that you know what's out there for you. I think that you don't know what you have to do to be who you think you are. I think I know better what's better for you.
Well, you know I'm 24 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know that I'm 48.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So I've lived a lot longer than you have. I know what's better for you. People are going to talk about you. People are going to talk about us.
That's okay.
It is not going to look good on the family. We did not raise you to look at men that way. Well,
but it is. It's not like, it's not even a choice I have. This is just what is. And that's why I'm asking you guys to accept what is. Dad, you're sitting over there all quiet and everything. I mean, why does Mom have to do all the talking?
Because you don't want your father to talk. He's got nothing to say.
Right. You're right. But you said Mom, you said that you could hear me.
I could hear you, and I love you.
Yes, I know you love me.
But I know that this is not right for you.
What do you mean, right? I don't have a choice.
You do have a choice. Well, you're choosing this. You could choose women. Women have a lot to offer,
but I'm not
including a uterus.
I'm not attracted to women.
You don't have to be attracted.
Unless a woman has a big 10-inch, calculator, I'm not really interested.
I know some women with 10-inch calculators.
Yeah, well, see, this is the thing. By you saying that to me, it means that my choice doesn't matter, and you don't respect my choice, or even a choice. You don't respect me. That's what that's saying.
That's not what that means. What if we go to talk to somebody? What if we go to talk to a therapist?
I would be insulted by that because for me to actually come out to you in the first place, it took so much chutzpah and gumption for me to even face, because I thought you guys would say, well, we were going to disinherit me and you should never want to see me again, which wasn't the case. But in essence, you're still not hearing what my wishes are.
What if we just give it some time? Give it a little bit more time and think about it and see what happens in a couple months or a year or so and take it from there. We're not saying that we don't love you. We're not saying that we're going to
I know that.
completely get rid of you and not accept you for who you are. It's just, This is not something that we hoped for or wanted or wished for you. We want grandchildren.
Yeah.
We want to be able to.
I can still have kids, I could still have kids with another man.
But not, they're not,
They're not what?
Well,
No, I don't know. I want you to tell me.
It's not the proper way to have children.
Okay, well, this is what I was afraid of. I mean, this conversation we're having, this is what I was afraid that might happen. And honestly, I feel alienated. I feel like you really don't really care about what my needs are.
Well, honey,
it's all about your needs.
We love you.
I heard that.
Our door is always open for you, honey.
Yes.
I think it might take a little time. If you're telling me this is not going to change, then I'm going to ask you to just give me some time to process it.
Okay.
If you're saying this is never going to change, this is who you are. You're telling me you only like men. You're never going to look at another woman. You're never going to look at a woman.
No, I look at women all the time. I love women.
Well, then why don't you date them?
Because I'm not sexually attracted to women. I'm not sexually, and of course, unless she has a 10-inch calculator.
You realize this is hard for us to hear.
It's hard. Okay. Life is hard. Life is hard.
Right.
But the sooner you accept that, the more better our relationship will be.
Okay. I'm going to have to talk to your grandmother.
Yes.
And I'm going to need some time.
Okay. I can give you time. I'm give you time. I'm enough of a man to give you some time.
You don't wear girls' clothes, do you?
No, that's weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Okay.
Because that's really too far.
And scene. Wow.
That was interesting. It was uncomfortable.
Yeah, that all those acting lessons I had really paid off.
Thank you, Ivana Chubbuck.
Yeah.
Who needs Monsters Ball when you can have this?
Yeah. All right. So now maybe we can turn the tables.
And we'll do Queer as Folk Mom?
Yeah. Well, wait a minute.
Glass?
What would be... Oh, okay. So I'm going to be the mother.
You can be the
mom.
But
we're going to do the how we see that turning around.
How we would like it to go?
Uh-huh.
lucky kids have it?
A better way to deal with that situation.
Although it wasn't terrible. The worst is, the third would be, get the fuck out of my house.
You're dead to me.
You're dead to me.
You're dead to me.
Yeah.
But yes, this is going to be the scenario that we would like for it to be.
Yes.
So now I'm the mother.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can be the mother and I can be the lesbian daughter, or I can be the mother again and you can be the gay son.
Why don't you be the gay son? That is so much more up. Yeah, because that's so much more up your alley. I mean, you are
a gay man.
A gay man trapped in a woman's body. Yes. I mean, come on. You know, Michelle.
Am I really trapped in a woman's body?
Yes.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, you're trapped in a woman's body.
Okay.
And so now Alex over here, our producer, are you going to play the dad again?
The dad has nothing to say.
You want to play the dad?
Sure.
You got to get in front of a microphone, Alex.
When we come back, we're going to have another radio theatrical.
Who needs cereal when you can have RuPaul podcast?
Exactly. See, you say it so much better than I'm going to say it.
Exactly.
So when we come back, we'll have part 2 of our reenactments.
Yes, coming out.
Our Ruenactments.
Part 2.
Yes. Now, before we get to part 2 of our reenactment, let's take a second to talk about Squarespace. Now, we receive some more great emails at RuPaulPodcast@gmail.com and tweets about your Squarespace websites. This email is from Eric Anderson. It says, "Hi, Ru and Michelle. I only just started listening to your show a couple of weeks ago, and I love hearing your banter. I'm a huge book nerd, and I got frustrated that I didn't have a place to talk about these books and everything I was thinking after I read them, so I created this website to talk about them. I've been surprised at what a following my website's been getting and how easy it is to update. I hope you enjoy the site and hopefully see a book recommendation you like. One of my favorites that I think you might enjoy is Damon Galgut's novel, Arctic Summer, a fictionalization of E.M. Forster's gay love affairs. You had me at gay love affair. Thanks for your show and keep it up, Eric." Well, Eric, I'm really loving your website, and I think it's such a great idea. Now, you guys can catch Eric's website at lonesomereader.com. Eric, thanks for the recommendation. You can also check out that book, Arctic Summer, on Audible, which is a great place to find these books. Now, if you want to create your own website with whatever your interests are, get a free trial with no credit card required just by going to squarespace.com. It's just that easy. When you're blown away and ready to confirm a plan, use the offer code RU to get 10% off. That's right. You'll be getting a great deal and helping to keep What's the Tea free. Thanks again to Squarespace, and keep sending in your websites to RuPaulPodcast@gmail.com. That's squarespace.com, offer code RU. All right, we are back with our reenactments. We got a letter from a kid from I don't know where, anonymous letter, saying that his parents don't accept him. Even though he's come out to them, they still ask him, when are you going to... So how is it with the ladies?
Yeah, when are you going to get over this phase? And, so every time they see him, they're like, so, how's it going with the ladies? How's your girlfriend?
Right. And
he came out.
He came out to them that he's gay.
Yeah.
But they don't accept, or they refuse to acknowledge his coming out. So we are reenacting the different scenarios that could happen. A minute ago, before the break, we reenacted basically the scenario that he wrote about, saying, this is what it could happen.
Yes.
Right.
We're trying to show you different ways that it could happen, ideally, or not good. We're trying not to go the third horrendous route, which is you're dead to me, goodbye, because there's far too much of that out there.
There's so much of that. And this kid is lucky, at least, that his parents, as it should be, are still, they still love him, and they're still, they're still in each other's lives.
Yes. But they just don't want to accept that he's gay. They still think that it's a phase that he's going to grow out of. Meanwhile, he's already out of college, he's working, he has a career, and he's gay. He's a gay male.
Yeah, he sounds like a great kid. So now this reenactment is Michelle will play the gay son. Which
quite a stretch.
And no, this is a role you were born to play.
Thank you.
You were born to play this role because you were
you hear that, Felicity Huffman?
Yeah, you're a gay
it's
man.
My role.
You're a gay man trapped in a woman's body.
I am.
Yeah. And our producer Adam is going to play the father. Alex.
Him too.
And I will play the mother.
Okay. Are you going to be me, Miss Charles? No, you're going to be Sharon Glass from Queers.
I'm going to be more Sharon Glass because, let me get this straight. So the other scenario was not a good one. This is going to be the perfect scenario. Yes, I'm the perfect.
It's actually more like reality of what's going on in his life, but it's not the worst situation to restate because we don't need to go there.
Okay. All right. Ready? And places, people, places. Okay. And action. Hey, son.
Hi, Mom.
How are you?
I'm great.
Oh, I'm so glad to see you. I got it. I love it every time you come over.
You do?
I do. A lot of my girlfriends, their kids, barely call and they never come over.
Right.
Never come over. But the fact that you do that, I got to tell you, I love it. You say hello to your father.
Hi, Dad.
Hi.
So, yes, you're here. Are you hungry?
I am hungry.
Good. I'm making meatloaf. So, I hope you have a big appetite.
I always have I have a voracious appetite.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. So I've got a little time. The food is cooking. So what's going on? How are the ladies? What's up? I know you're such a good looking man.
I am a good looking man.
You are a fine catch for any lady but I got to tell you, you're going to have to bring her by to see me because she better be good enough for my son.
Mom.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's ever going to be good enough for my mama. No. Or for your son.
Yes.
And for you.
Yes.
But Mom, remember when I told you this back in college that I told you something very important?
Right. That you had feelings for other men and that, you were metrosexual or something like that. Which is fine. I'm sure your father, just told me the same thing about him, but we've been together now for what?
30 years?
30 years.
Yeah.
So,
Mom,
yeah.
I'm not metrosexual.
Yeah.
I'm homosexual. I like men. That has not changed.
Are you sure?
I'm completely sure. I've dated women. It's just not there.
Right.
I don't rise to the occasion.
Oh, okay.
It's just, Mom, I love you.
Yeah.
I do not want to let you down.
Right.
It breaks my heart every time I talk to you and you ask how the ladies are or how it's going with the ladies.
Yeah.
There's never going to be any ladies, at least born ladies.
Never, ever, ever?
I don't think so, Mom.
Huh. Okay. Well, listen, you know where I'm coming from, right?
Yes.
Obviously, it's a tough life.
I know.
Being a gay man. Ask your father, I honestly, where I'm coming from is I just don't want to see you hurt. I want grandchildren.
I know.
I mean, is that too much to ask?
No, it's not. Yeah. And where there's a will, there's a way. It just won't be with a woman that I'm sexually active with.
Right.
There's adoption. There's surrogacy. When I find a partner or, somebody that I want to spend the rest of my life with. There's marriage now. Equality is everywhere. There's things that we're able to do. You'll have that. You'll be able to be a grandmother. Children I want to have children.
Are you talking African babies?
Maybe.
Malawis?
Malawis?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Madonna's new album's great. Why not support raising Malawi?
Sure, yeah. Well, listen, son, I understand what you're saying. And I hope that you understand where I'm coming from.
Of course.
Because I'm really just coming from a place of love. I love you so much. You are my life. You are my life. And the truth is, I really just want you to be happy. Can you promise me you're going to be happy?
If you promise me you'll stay just the way you are, and this is the most beautiful moment we've ever had, and you continue to love me for who I am, and watch me make the mistakes along the way, and still accept me for who I am. Not that being homosexual is a mistake, but you've watched me falter all through the years and whatever choices I made, and now I'm on a path that has enlightened me, and it's bringing me joy, and it's bringing me love in my life every day. If you promise to stay like that, I promise to stay happy.
Well, I can promise you that, son, and you know what? Your wish is my command. But I just want to say this one thing, and I'm going to speak for your father here too.
Okay.
You have turned out to be such a fine, caring, kind gentleman, a beautiful man. The fact that you can come to me and lay your heart on the line like this, I don't worry anymore, actually. I think you are a perfect example of what I would want as a son.
It's because of the way you raised me, Mom.
Well, darling, in that case, you get 2 slices of meatloaf.
Let's eat, Mom.
All right.
I love you.
I love you, son.
Shucks. That was good. And scene.
That was good.
That's what we would really love for everybody to go through.
That's such a much better situation.
Did you come out to your mother?
I never had to.
You didn't? She knew?
No, I was told when I remember being like 6 or 7 years old, when everybody in the neighborhood, everybody all at once, it was like, when like serendipitous. All right,
Whitney.
It's, all at once. It was like when the world discovered fire at the same time. Everybody said, you're a sissy. Uh-huh. You are a sissy. And so I wasn't even sexual, or I had no sexual,
you just knew. And your mother just knew.
Yeah.
And do you think she raised you accordingly?
You know what? There was no talk of sexual, so Ru, are you having sex with or not even how are the men? Who are you dating? It was nothing. It was they never
got no talk either. I got the boyfriend talk, but I never got the sex talk.
Right.
But when I came out to my mother about being involved in the gay scene, and I told, because she would ask me boyfriends, because I was a slut. We already covered this. And then I went from banging all different boys to really not focusing on boys and just the gays.
Yeah.
Although I had sex with plenty of them too.
Yeah. Well.
But with that said, I would tell her, I came out to her and said, listen, this is my new family. Mm-hmm. And, she was great. I mean, she was all about it. You mean the
extravaganzas?
All of them, all the magnifiques, all of them.
Yeah.
When I told her, because you don't know how, even as an ally, that was my life when I was 17. That was it. I was immersed completely. I no longer hung out in the teen clubs. I no longer was with the Guidos and the brothers. I then really got into that. So coming out to her in my own way, I was like, this is who my new family is.
So you had to say goodbye to the brothers Johnson?
Well, not in my bed, just relationship wise. Yeah, I did.
I love the brothers Johnson.
I love the brothers
Johnson.
You can call me your brother. The brothers Johnson.
It's an interesting thing, and obviously we've talked about this. The parents don't want their children to suffer. They don't want them, but there's only one way we've set up on this planet for people to learn, and unfortunately, you have to hit your head up against the wall, or you have to knock you have to earn your place.
Yeah.
And, intellectualizing and telling people what to do, it just doesn't work.
Well, the thing I have a fundamental issue with coming out and people being outed or whatever the situation is, everybody should do it on their own time. And as a parent, and I can't speak for all parents, but the way I view it is, when this child came and decided to come through you and came to your womb, there were no, things, there were no rules.
Right.
There were no you saying, well, I don't want this baby if this baby's going to be gay. I don't want this baby that's going to have Down syndrome. I don't want this baby. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You want this baby. You fought for that baby, at least in my case, because I was, had so many infertility issues. Mm-hmm. I fought to have my baby.
Did you take the infertility
I didn't have...
You know what I'm like with these syllables.
Infertility drugs. Infertility drugs. I didn't have to take them. I was one step away from that. It took me about a year and a half of trying every single day, and then I went to the reproductive.
So you did the old-fashioned way.
I did it the old-fashioned way. Barely. Just barely. So I knew that no matter what had happened with that baby, and still to this day, as crazy as Lily is, I'm dedicated to every step that she takes, And that's what I want for all these kids that come out to their parents. Right. And it just doesn't happen that way.
Because I thoroughly believe that spirits choose their parents to come through.
Yes.
And it doesn't make any sense if you try to make sense of it. But, my parents, they were perfect for me and for what I've made my life out to be. My mother, very moody, very dark, very punk rock. She was world weary. My father, very charismatic, not very deep, very kind of distant in a way, shallow in a way, but very charismatic. And I am both of those things. Right. I can do both. And, and I really believe I chose them for this experience.
Yeah, there's no caveats. You know what I mean? It's like, you have this baby, you're committed to this baby. If you're not, then don't have this baby.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's going to happen with this baby. This baby could come out all crazy, and you have to stand by their side. Well, you're supposed to.
Well, I did have this conversation with my father, though. My father and my mother divorced when I was 7, and was never really close with him. I wanted to be close with him, but it was never close. He lived, in a different city. But when I was 17, he asked me, he wanted to talk to me, and this is in San Diego.
After not talking to him for how long?
At this point, I hadn't spoken to him maybe probably 3 years, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe 4
At
years.
All, not a peep.
I was living in Atlanta mostly. And this is when I had come back to San Diego for an extended period of time.
Were your sisters talking to him all throughout?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So it was just you?
Yeah. My sisters always had a great relationship with my father. He loved the ladies. And this is a sidebar. He never had much to say to me. He loved the girls. He loved my sisters. So somehow I worked it out to where I'd be the prettiest daughter of them all.
Yes!
Isn't that funny?
Yes, you did.
Yes. But when I was 17, he said, I need to talk to you. And my sister gave me the heads up that because he told her what he wanted to talk about. So when we got together, he said, now, I know people who said they saw you in Balboa Park in San Diego with some people who they knew were gay. And I'm like, where have you been? I have been gay my whole life. He said, well, I'm just concerned because I know that it is a lonely life to be a gay person.
Do you think that was genuine?
In his country ass mind, it was, because, didn't know much. But I said, first of all, the fact that you're coming to me and saying this stuff after you've not really been in my life or been there for me all this time. And then but you have an opinion on my being gay and stuff.
Why are you taking so long?
I'm sorry, studying you.
Right.
And so anyway, so that was the thing. And we actually after that, I don't think we spoke again. Oh my goodness, for a long time after that. But I thought it was really ballsy for him to do that.
Especially if you say it's his country, because he's from Louisiana, right?
He is from Louisiana.
Right.
Yeah. But,
so that's a big step for somebody like him, because he wasn't really in touch emotionally.
No, I guess it's a big step. I didn't think of that.
For him to say that,
right, that's
not the reaction that I think that you would get.
You're right. And again, I'm sure his motivation was that he did not want me to, if there was a chance to,
Sissy
avoid.
In that walk in the park? Is that what he didn't want you to do? Because he saw you in Balboa Park, Sissy in that walk. Is that right?
That's right.
His friends from the Navy did.
Yeah, I guess so. But, parents don't want their kids to go through anything that they don't have to. But I was telling him, I don't have a choice in this. This is my life.
Yeah.
And has it been a lonely life? No. Once I found my tribe of people, I haven't been lonely.
I hear Shirley Bassey swelling in the background.
This is my life. I don't give a damn.
Yes.
No, it's crazy. But, people and their kids.
I know it's difficult too. And the more that time goes on, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, when I do these appearances and I get lots of mothers on Twitter who will say, can you meet my child outside of the club because they're too young to go in, and they have a note for you, or they have the things that I get really, now that I'm a mother, bring tears to my eyes. I would have loved it at 21 years old, but now at 46, seeing the impact that not just me, the show and you and what we're doing for kids in helping them find their own identity. I'm not just talking gay children. I'm talking about children who are finding themselves in the arts or whatever their situation is artistically. And it's just so beautiful. And these 15, 16-year-olds wait outside the club just to say, oh my God, I love you. And what hits me the most is, and there's lots of straight girls too that identify with me because of my position, which is amazing to see the mother with these little girls. But when I see the mothers with these gay boys, these young gay boys, and they stand by his side, and they're at the drag shows, they're at the Battle of the Seasons tour with their gay son in drag, in full war paint.
Wow.
I say to the mother, thank you. And she's like, this is my son. And I was like, no. Do not ever diminish the importance of what you're doing right now for your son. Thank you. Because I've seen so many children at these homeless shelters that do not have that and will never, ever have that because the parents have kicked them out.
Right. Yeah.
Because of who they are and who they love. Yeah. So thank you for standing by your gay child, your gay son, your gay daughter, your trans son. It's amazing to see.
So at the Battle of the Season, are they all ages shows?
Some are. Some are not. Like some, like usually when we do House of Blues, I think it's because of a liquor license thing. They can't do all ages. And I could be wrong, but let's just say that for an example. Some of them are. A lot of them are. And I always start the show, and you'll see 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, and I'll start the show by saying, Moms, I'm warning you right now. I can't tell you what the language is going to be like. Yeah. Because my children are not here with me. They're in bed where they belong. You know, and the mothers, they all start laughing. But your little 8-year-old is here, so she's going to hear lots of words for the first time. But they're okay with it. Because, you know, I say, you're bringing them to a drag show. You got to expect what you're going to, you know, you got to know what you're going to get.
Well, you know, I was raised with everything. I was raised with curse words. I was raised with whatever I wanted to watch. I told you the story that, my mother and her friend went to the drive-in to see, Valley of the Dolls.
Oh, classic.
And,
the beauty in that movie.
Yes. But the opening movie was Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, which was rated X.
They opened the second one for,
it was
Beyond
at a
the Valley of the
drive-in.
Dolls was rated X.
It was rated X.
It was rated X.
It was rated X.
Why?
It's a different kind of X that today it's not like triple X.
No, it's like NC-17 now.
It would be NC-17 now. Yeah. But I was 9 years old.
But scandalous to see X back then.
I was horrified by this movie.
Were you?
Yes. Yes. Especially once where there was a scene where one woman, something is put in her mouth and she thinks it's a manhood, but it's actually a gun. I was and at one point, there's a guy in the movie who takes off his shirt and undoes his thing to reveal that he's actually a woman. And it freaked me out. But I only say that because
but how do you feel about that then? It's showing kids stuff too soon.
You know what? It actually, for me, it wasn't too soon. It did freak me out initially because I didn't have any preamble to that.
Right. It was just like, here.
I was like, oh.
No warning.
No warning. But ultimately, I think it's important to teach children everything but you have to do the extra step to work with them and teach them how to check in with their feelings.
And right from wrong, because instinctively they know. Just like you said, checking with your feelings. Instinctively, they know. I remember seeing Big Bad Mama. With Angie Dickinson. And my parents didn't kick me out of the room. They just threw a blanket over my head because they didn't want me to see.
Brisbois?
Danielle Brisbois? She played her daughter in there?
Was she in there?
I don't think so. She might have done.
I think she was in part 2 that came years later.
Because Big Bad Mama was too early for her.
Yeah, that was like 76 or something. Yeah.
She did All in the Family for Annie first? And
Annie first, then All in the Family. Yeah.
No. That's where Jump the Shark too, by the way. That's, I remember seeing that, my dad throwing like an Afghan over my head, and I'm like, Dad, I can see her tits through this blanket. It's kind of pointless. But then all the Playboys I learned, my dad was a big tit fiend. Yeah. So I learned a lot.
Who isn't?
Right. My dad's from Baltimore and my mother's from Brooklyn. Worst language ever. And they were the Bickersons, which is why I'm the Bickersons with my husband. And the language was so severe up in here that I learned real early. And that's why I'm a master of the cursing, which is why I taught my daughter Lily. She's a really, really bad swearer. And I said, if you're going to do it, you have to promise me you don't do it around people's
bad in a
families.
Good way, because there's an eloquence to.
That's what I taught her.
Yes,
I taught her. It's like, and I told you this. We might have discussed it on the podcast. It's like making a stew. Yeah, and the curses are the salt and the pepper, the spices. Yeah, if you put too much, it's rendered useless. Yes, it's a fine art.
It's inedible if it's too many spices.
So I taught her, and there's times where she'll like something fuckity fuck, and I'll turn around and go, "Fuck's not necessary."
What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, it's not necessary. And she'll look at me and she'll go, "You're right." And she'll say it again the right way. And Lola just started I allowed her now, she's about to be 13. I allowed her to start watching American Horror Story. And I did not allow her to watch season 1 because it was the way the girl died was awful.
Oh, that was the really scary one.
The dark one. I think it's the best season, but it's very dark. Yeah. Also, the sexual content was completely out of control.
I gotta say though that guy in that pleather suit with that fat ass.
I love him.
That's that Evan Peters. Oh my God.
I'll fight you for him, girl.
Yes.
Love him. Now she's obsessed with him.
Oh, she is.
So she watched all of Asylum in like 2 days. And now she's almost done with Coven.
I never saw Asylum.
That's the one I didn't watch.
I didn't watch that one.
But it's supposed to be like everybody's favorite.
Oh, please.
I love season 1.
Yeah, season 1. It's all about season 1.
Yeah, and I love Connie Britton too.
Oh, she's brilliant.
I cannot love her. So my point in telling you this is, and I said, if it's too much, check out. You don't have to watch it.
Right.
If it's too much, because I thought there was a rape scene in there, but it didn't actually really.
In Asylum? In
a coven that I was a little concerned about. So I sat next to her because I want her to know these things. And she was begging me to watch it. She's 13. Okay, I'm going to sit with you and we're going to watch it. She loves it. She loves all of that. Lily can't run fast enough. Lily wants me to get her Artists and Models, the movies from like 1947. Like, so they're dealing with two different kids here.
Yeah.
But just like you said, it's checking in with yourself.
Yeah.
It's knowing how you're feeling at that time. I knew what I felt watching Big Bad Mama, and I knew that I can handle it. My dad is trying to protect me from seeing tits when I had two on my own body.
Right.
Not really, but supposedly.
Well, you had a few flea bites on your chest.
And you're being kind.
Yeah, right.
You're being kind.
Well, that's the thing is, years later, I still wish I had more processing tools. I think a lot of the drugs and alcohol.
How does one get them?
They have to be taught to you by someone who knows how to do it. Now, there's the intellectualizing it, and then there's the owning it on an emotional level. I think you can prepare someone to know if you feel weird. Go inside first, check in with your own personal GPS system and say, how does that make me feel? Why does it make me feel that way? You ask yourself the question, what, when, why, where, how, I think you start there. And then you also have to take the shame away from those feelings. I think that's the most damaging thing. I think once there is shame introduced to certain feelings you might have, that's when, there's almost no coming back from that.
Right. I wonder if there's any books out there that are really good with tools, with, self-checking tools, and not just mammogram, like self-check breast exams.
Right.
There's probably really great stuff out there.
Well, as with everything, just like owning a store, you have to do an inventory.
Right.
And you need to do an inventory of your feelings. And that's not just for kids, it's for everyone. It's important to start early with that inventory because there are certain ideas and feelings that, like a store, that need to be thrown out, that will never sell, that are just sitting on the shelf taking up space.
Right.
So that's why processing the information is so important. And you cannot start processing this information soon enough.
True.
If a 12-year-old has the reproductive capabilities in their body, they need to know what is going on.
And what could happen.
It's just our puritanical culture. It says, oh no, we have to put blinders on this kid. It doesn't mean the kid's going to go out and have sex. It just means that you're equipped with this, so you need to know what it does and how.
Circumstances and what,
Yeah, that's right.
It's true. It's very true.
Well, we're going to take a little break real quick, and then we will come back and talk about some more.
Keep the party going.
Yeah. Casper is this amazing online retailer of premium mattresses for a fraction of the price. Casper is also revolutionizing the mattress industry by cutting out the middleman and passing those savings on to you. Now, mattresses can cost well over $1,500, but Casper mattresses cost between $500 and $950. Can't beat that. Casper mattresses are also wonderful to sleep on. They have the right amount of sink and the right amount of bounce. Now, I love the bounce, baby. Now, that's because they have this new hybrid mattress that combines premium latex foam with memory foam, so they're extra comfortable. They also have a risk-free trial and return policy. Try sleeping on a Casper for 100 days, free delivery, and if you don't like it, the return is painless. That's 100% risk-free, so what are you waiting for? Also, get $50 toward any mattress purchase right now by visiting Casper.com/Ru. That's Casper.com/RU. Get started today. Hey, we are back. I just showed Alex, our producer, this pen. I got this pen. How long have I had this pen?
A long.
It must be at least 15 or more years. Yeah. The battery still works. It's like a finger. It's an ink pen. It's like shaped like a finger, and you pull it, and this is what it does. You pull it apart. It's got a battery in it with a microphone.
Listen, I've got a lot of things shaped like this that the batteries have died in a week.
Yes,
I
know.
I need to know.
It's shaped like a big thumb, isn't it? It's like
I think it's meant to be like a middle finger, right?
Yeah, oh, yes, of course. You know? Yes. It's like a middle finger.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous. I think every home should have one. I wish they were a sponsor. I don't know. I tried to get more of those from China or wherever. Couldn't get it. Whatever.
Really?
Yeah. But
these have been around forever. My uncle used to have this like back in the 70s.
Yes, but you can't find them that say that because I want them to say those dirty words.
Are they politically correct now and saying like,
I don't know.
Go away. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Shut up.
Yes, pardon me, sir. Yeah, no. Anyway, so Michelle, I know you did the Rocky Horror Picture Show
back in October.
In San Antonio, Texas. Who'd you play?
At the Woodlawn Theater. This time I played Riff Raff, your role.
My old role. And little birdie tells me that you wore your very first lace front wig.
I did. And I went there, for rehearsals 3 weeks early, and Bianca Del Rio came with me. And she was a wig master when she first started in this world.
That's right.
So she came with me to get a wig because I wasn't going to do a bald cap, like male pattern baldness Riff Raff wig. I just couldn't. I could be ugly, not that ugly.
I never saw any pictures of you in your lace front.
Yes, you did. I'll show you as we speak.
So she came with you and you guys went down
We went to Black Fox.
In San Antonio.
And they've got there's two different ones. Daily Beauty is the one with all the wigs. And that's really where I got it, Daily Beauty. And Bianca, I wanted it to do like an Adore Delano kind of blonde rooted because the root could be like, it would look a little bit like Riff Raff for an illusion. So that's what we got. And it was cheap, $45.
So you got a machine laced.
I got a machine laced lace front. And here it is.
Oh my goodness. Look. Oh, that's nice.
Right. Machine laced. It looked like Laverne Cox was on the bag.
That is gorgeous.
So I was like, I'll take a Laverne for $1,000, please. But yeah, so that was what we chose.
And she fixed it up for you. She cut some of the lace back.
She cut the lace because she was explaining to me as I was sitting in a room as she's doing everything for me. And I even wore it up,
gorgeous.
Pretty, right?
That's not bad. What they're doing with machine generated lace is brilliant these days. The thing is, in the old days, you had to be fitted for your lace because everyone's hairline is different.
And you still can.
And listen, that's the best.
Those are the expensive
ones. But what they do is they emulate your own natural hairline. Now, what these companies have done is they've done machine generated lace fronts where a machine has gone in and tied the lace into tied the hair into the lace.
Yes.
Which is lace front. It's just literally.
So that's why they're affordable now.
Yes. It's like a piece of tulle that's made out of a synthetic thing. And they literally tie the strands of hair through the tulle lace and it looks like a natural hairline.
Right.
Now, in recent years, in the past 7 years, something like that, machines have really taken over. And that's what you got. And they're very inexpensive.
$45.
Wow.
It lasted through the whole thing. I think Bianca still has it because she was, she's going to take care of it and make it all pretty and zhuzh it and bring it back to life because I have no need for it right now.
Right.
But the point was, she was explaining to me, like, I felt hers, which is custom made, versus mine, the difference in the lace. Now, the difference in the lace, like I'm wearing, is like screened from a window, as opposed to her, which is super soft, almost like velvety soft. It's so soft, that proper lace. She taught me the care. How these queens don't know that after you wear it each time, you should be cleaning. She takes a toothbrush, 99% alcohol, travels with it, dips it in, and just comes right off.
I love that 99% alcohol. Yeah. It is the key.
Magic.
And that's she's absolutely right. That's what I do with my wigs.
Yeah. You have to clean them. And a lot of these queens can be very messy and lazy. That is the key to making this wig last as long as it did. This was my first time wearing it and putting it on. She needed to put it on me every time because I'm getting used to fitting it from my head. Like there's buckles inside.
Yeah.
All that
we call
stuff.
them the safety belts.
Yeah. Those safety belt things are interesting, especially with nails, trying to get used to them. It's difficult. But I did glue it myself. Like she uses mastic and mastic only. Specific
mastic?
Mastic is the type of glue that she
Why
uses.
glue? Because, for stage, you could use toupee tape.
Yes, I know you love it. She loves this mastic that I think you only get at Krylon. I think it's Krylon. She swears by it.
I love mastic. It's a great product.
Yeah, and comes right off with the 99% alcohol. Comes right off. So what I loved is I put 6 pink curls in my hair. And when I took it off, my hair was sweaty. But my hair was fine.
Yeah.
Nothing. No damage. Nothing done to my hair. And that made me go, oh my God, now I get why Cher does it.
Yeah.
Now I get why Dolly does it.
Why Nicole Kidman in every single movie she's in, she's wearing a lace front wig.
But this makes complete sense, especially if your hair's fragile. My hair's pretty fragile. And I use my hair on RuPaul's Drag Race. And it goes through it when I film through it. Right. I love the idea of getting a custom lace front with my hairline on it and letting, Hector or whoever's doing my hair have at it.
So now, knowing what you know now about lace front wigs, what advice do you have for people who are going to go over to the store, to the little, what was it called in San Antonio?
The Daily Beauty.
Daily Beauty, and there was the other one.
Fox.
And Black Fox. If they're going to head over there, what do they need to know? What do you know now?
First of all, you have to know that there's all different skin type.
Right, because they have brown ones.
Girl, and all the style I like was brown girl styles. So the lace needs to match, and you're going to cut it back anyway, but I can't have a black line of lace on my forehead.
Well, it's not black, it's a darker brown.
Yeah,
right.
But I wouldn't ever even...
Yeah, I think I told you the story when Renata, who does Cher's wigs, made a wig for me. She made it with the brown lace. It was the exact same brown lace that she used on Halle Berry's X-Men wig. What's the character on X-Men?
Storm.
She made the Storm wig for Halle Berry, and she used the exact same color lace. And I thought it was fine. It's just that, for me, I can use the lace from a white woman's lace.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually, because of the makeup, and I wear so much of it, it absorbs into the lace and it becomes basically your own color anyway. So brown skinned people can wear the lace of a white woman.
Yeah, but vice versa, it's more difficult, believe it or not.
The other way around is harder though.
Yes.
Where for you to wear the brown lace,
it's harder.
Yeah,
you can definitely. So my suggestion is to go in there and see what you like in your lace color. Not the most important. Start, if you see styles that catch your eye, and then you see, do you have my lace color? Also, you have to know how to cut it back. And I would watch YouTube videos on how to cut your lace back. Get yourself a wig head and learn how to do it.
Lace.
Get your lace. You better get your lace. You do not have to pay a lot.
No.
Get yourself some 99% alcohol. Get yourself a toothbrush. Make sure you clean it and start playing with it, because for $45.
I've never heard of it for that cheap, honestly.
I swear. This is Texas.
I found some on Hollywood Boulevard that were very nice for $80.
Yes. But that's Hollywood Boulevard.
But some
this is San Antonio.
I've worn some on the show, on Drag Race, that are $200. That are that you order online, that Matthew has ordered online.
Still cheap.
And they are brilliant. I was blown away. Now, it wasn't the exact hairline that I usually have, but it worked fine, especially if it was a style that didn't depend so much on the hairline.
Right. I am willing to shell out some dollars.
American?
Some coins. Maybe Canadian.
Okay.
To get my head fitted and get like
you've got to. You've got to do it. It is the easiest thing. And the reason that we said this, that Nicole Kidman and Sarah Jessica Parker.
Does she do them too?
She does them too. Normally she does her own hair, but like in movies and stuff, what happens is, when you may have to go back to do reshoots, you just pull that same wig out and you can, you pull that, because your hair may have changed in the time.
Oh, the time that you shot.
That was shot, and they have to go back. I've told this story before in Mona Lisa Smile with Julia Roberts. There's a scene where she's in a restaurant with, I think, Dominic West, who I love. And all of a sudden, she's wearing a wig. It's like, what?
She cut her hair.
Huh?
They had to do a reshoot.
They had to do a reshoot, and she came back and cut her hair. And that's the reason you want to wear a lace front throughout the shoot.
So your hair stays the same.
Yes. Yeah. But Sarah Jessica Parker, she wears one in that movie with Matthew McConaughey called something Out of the Basket or something in New Orleans. She's out... Out of the Nest. It's where the guy, Matthew McConaughey, lives with his parents. I think, Kathy Bates and,
sounds like a stellar cast. Never saw it.
Yeah. No, it was sort of a hit. I think they were filming it during, right before Katrina. What was it called? I'm looking. A Failure to Launch.
Oh, yes. Out of the Nest.
Out of the Nest.
Really close.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
I said out of the, yeah.
I just clocked, I'm writing it down so I don't forget it because we were talking. I just clocked Mariah Carey wearing wigs lately too.
Well, she's always wore pieces.
Yes, like I do on the show.
Yeah.
She's always had extensions. She's got fine hair like I do. But I clocked her wearing a not full front, teeny bit of her hair out in the front. The rest was full. 3/4. 3/4.
Drag queen.
Yeah.
You know who wears a lot of supplements in her hair is Kylie. Kylie's got very thin hair.
The older we get, look, Kylie's a year older than me. Mariah's a year younger. J-Lo is a year younger.
Well, she got thick hair, but she still wears pieces.
Who, Jennifer?
Jennifer
does not have thick hair. She has
doesn't?
fine hair.
Oh.
And the older we get, the more, the finer it gets, you know, that's just part of aging as a woman.
Yeah.
Same thing with men, except women gets a little more dry and brittle. Not for everybody, but it could happen. And that's the way to do it. Jennifer's got lots of pieces up in there. I get lots of pieces up in there. Mariah used to do tons of pieces. Now she's like, screw it, I'm doing a 3/4.
Right.
Full on.
Well, when I did my
and what's the shame in it? Can I ask what the shame is?
There's no shame. There's no shame.
Why do people shame people who wear hair extensions or wigs?
They're looking for any reason to just take someone down a peg. That's just a human. People do that. But when I talk with Iggy Azalea in the RuPaul Drives web
she wears lace fronts.
She wears lace fronts. Yeah. She said it. She said, because ain't nobody got time to be doing no hair. You just take that wig out of its little container and put it on your head, and boom.
It abuses the hell out of your hair.
It really does.
It really does. Especially with somebody who's a blonde like Iggy, when you have to do roots and stuff.
Right.
That's bleach. So you're talking drying your hair.
Yeah. And
that's the way to go.
If you can cut off any of that time to get ready. Oh my God. So there you have it. So you are welcome to the family. It's to the Lacefront family.
I know. I'm excited.
Yes. The Lacefront Institute.
I just got to get a real one.
Of Arts and Sciences. You are now a graduate.
Thank you.
Yes. Did they videotape your Rocky Horror? Is it online? I bet it is online. I bet somebody did a bootleg.
I can guarantee there's performances online somewhere.
Yeah, we'll have to look for it. Well, kids, there you have it. You've got to write us a letter. You know the address.
RuPaulPodcast@gmail.com.
That's right. And if you have an issue you want us to address, you send us an email there and we'd be happy to. And otherwise, we will check you out next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? If you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen?
And don't forget to subscribe on iTunes.
If you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Amen.